Hey, welcome back to Steve Horvath Fishing. I got a question for you. Why are there so few superstars in bass fishing now? I hear this comment all the time, especially from my friend Eric. He says fishing needs superstars to be successful. And you know what? To some point, he's correct. But to some point, I don't agree. Let's talk about the first part of this. Fishing needs superstars, okay? There needs to be big names, okay? There needs to be a draw. There needs to be very much like NASCAR, football, or something like that, you know, the big stars. And fishing will get that again. You see, what we've had is we've had a changing of the guard. Fishermen are aging out. The, quote, old school superstars. Guys are just not able to fish like they used to. Now, does that mean all these young guys suck? Because they don't, okay? What you have to realize is fishing has become a much more level playing field in the last 10 years. Let's take as an example back in the, quote, old days when I was growing up, okay? Back in the late 70s, early 80s, we had bass clubs. Now, you had the Bass Federation, and we had 75, 85, up to 100 boats in a tournament. We don't have that anymore. The model for the sport has changed. We didn't have high school fishing. We didn't have college fishing. We didn't have YouTube. All that is creating like little Frankenstein monsters, these young guys that are growing up eating this information. They've got coaches. They've got established tournament anglers coming and speaking at their classes and showing them things. Okay? So, the game has changed like that. For instance, the Federation qualifiers were a big deal. I mean, they were had real notoriety. Now, after the first day, one of the Federation guys was doing good. Eric says to me, he's some no-name. Well, I guess nowadays he is a no-name. But for me, he's the guy that carried the torch for all the guys in the bass club. But again, the model's changed. Bass Club and Bass Federation anglers are no longer the up-and-coming stars. And that's gone forever. So, what happens now? Well, as the older generation ages out, we've got a newer generation of anglers. They're very good anglers. You could say all this cheater box stuff and all you want. A lot of them started without live scope. A lot of them are pretty good anglers without live scope. So, these anglers, you're not going to see domination like we used to see before. You're not going to see gigantic superstars, but you're going to see guys that do much better than average. And they're going to be what the new superstars of fishing are. Yeah, anything can happen on any given day, which is kind of cool. Because you have to realize, before there was only about a dozen guys that really had a legitimate shot at doing well in every tournament. Denny, George, Larry, Roland, Kevin, Tommy. Yeah, there's a few more. But that's the way it was. Now it's a much more level playing field. The sport has changed. Just like all other sports change. So, do we really need superstars? Or do we just need stars? Till next time, I'm Steve.